through 10 unhinged theories about House of Flame and Shadow. The ones that matter. The ones that show the Maasverse is snapping into place. And the ones you need before ACOTAR 6 melts our collective brain cells. And if you missed even one of these, you're already behind. 1. Bryce's High Lady origin story. Remember that prophecy? When sword and knife are reunited, so shall our people be. Some fans think it wasn't just pretty words. It's IKEA instructions for reviving the lost Dust Court, and Bryce is the one holding the Allen wrench. Redditors point out she reunited the Star Sword and Truth Teller. She's got the 8-pointed star scar, and she's basically the only Starborn who read the prophecy and went, bet. Translation? High Lady Bryce Danan is coming for your throne, and she might bring Asriel's shadows as party favours. But is this the prophecy's true meaning? Or just the beginning of Bryce's Queen era? 2. Star Sword plus Truth Teller equals real endgame. Forget ships between people. What if the real love story is weapon to weapon? The ancient prophecy says, when sword and knife are reunited, so shall our people be. Fans always assumed it meant Asriel and Bryce, but one Star Sword theory thread argues it might be Bryce and Elaine, since Elaine is the current wielder of Truth Teller. Not as. That would mean 2 women holding the 2 most important blades in the Maasverse, and fulfilling a prophecy of cosmic unity. Steel on steel, sapphic coded. I mean, sure, I guess not, but a girl can dream. 3. Shadow Daddy DNA test incoming. Rune, Rhysand. 2 alpha holes with cheekbones sharp enough to cut glass. Sleuths point out that Rune's mother, Lauren, could be Rhysand's sister or aunt, which would make them cousins. That would explain why they share shadow powers, telepathic smirks, and I'm hot energy. Rhysand walked so Rune could smoulder. And honestly, we're not mad about it. 4. Elaine is the key to cross-realm communication. Elaine Archeron, quiet flower girl, or magical switchboard operator for the entire multiverse. Fans are rethinking everything about her seer abilities after House of Flame and Shadow, especially when Bryce drops into Prythian and Elaine is the only one who can sense her. That's not just intuition, that's multiverse signal detection. If her visions can pick up interdimensional intruders, what else can she tune into? Real-time cross-world communication? Prophetic warnings between realms? A shared dream space? Whatever it is, Elaine might be the only thing keeping the realms from colliding like a cosmic traffic accident. 5. Fury is a princess of hell. Your clubbing buddy might actually run the underworld. Crew Fiction's theory file points out Fury's deep knowledge of hell, her effortless power, and the way she moves through the plot like she's keeping secrets from literal gods. Some fans think she's not just connected to hell, she's its princess, or even a general in disguise, slumming it as Bryce's bestie. And honestly, it tracks. That kind of ancient intel doesn't come from trivia night at the White Raven. It comes from surviving wars your friends don't even know happened. 6. Hypaxia is linked to Silber, goddess of healing. Lavender robes, owl motifs, calming voice, healing magic. Hypaxia doesn't just practice medicine, she radiates divine therapist energy. In Throne of Glass, the goddess Silber is the deity of healing, wisdom, and mercy. She's symbolized by, you guessed it, lavender and owls. And now fans are spiraling because Hypaxia matches every single one of those traits exactly. Some threads go full divine mode, arguing that Hypaxia isn't just Silber's chosen vessel, she is Silber, disguised, reincarnated, undercover goddess behavior. And honestly, that would explain a lot. The way she instantly calms Bryce, the weight in her words, the fact that she shows up exactly when emotional damage is peaking. So when Hypaxia tells Bryce to breathe, that's not just a friend giving advice. That's the literal goddess of healing prescribing deep breathing as magical aftercare. 7. 1 evil, 3 names, infinite trauma. Across the Maasverse, black-blooded monsters keep popping up like bad exes. The Asteri drain First Light on Midgard, the Deglan once ruled Prythian, and the Valg devoured Aurelia. The Crew Fiction article and multiple threads suggest they might be the same interdimensional parasite, hopping worlds, rebranding itself like a toxic ex. Lanthis bleeds like a Valg prince. The Asteri's feeding habits echo Valg's soul-sucking. Are we fighting ancient evil, or just his burner accounts? 8. Lydia's baby daddy drama might rewrite the Maasverse. Lydia's story isn't just court politics and spying in heels. It might be the key to connecting the entire Maasverse. Here's what we know. She's descended from Brannon, the fire god. She gave birth to twins, and she wears a ruby ring that has Reddit conspiracy boards screaming in 14 languages. One theory thread connects that ruby ring to Rowan Whitethorn's from Throne of Glass, suggesting it might be a magical heirloom passed through royal fae bloodlines. Not a trinket, not aesthetic, a beacon of ancient legacy. Which brings us to the real question, who fathered her children? Because if that ring connects to the Throne of Glass realm, and Lydia's carrying Brannon's blood, then those twins could be cosmic heirs to multiple magical lineages, possibly even bridging the divide between worlds. One post even suggested her babies could inherit both fire and shadow, implying a fusion of Brannon's line with Valg corrupted blood, or something even more powerful. We're not saying the twins are prophesied saviors of time-bending warlocks, but actually, yes we are. Because if Sarah J. Maas has taught us anything, it's this. Never trust a ruby ring. Never underestimate a side character with twins. That child is about to end a timeline. 9. Deer shifter? Fire magic? Baby named Brannon? Excuse me? Golden hair, golden eyes, shifts into a deer. Fans are screaming, Aelin! And for good reason. I didn't want to believe it. I tried to be normal. But then Lydia said, let's light them up. And I blacked out. Her fire magic? Her deer form? Her son's name is literally Brannon? This woman is giving Galathinius royalty, and no one is emotionally prepared. If Lydia is descended from Aelin, that means the House of Flame and Shadow isn't just a multiverse crossover, it's a bloodline bombshell. We're not doing fan service. We're not doing cameos. We are resurrecting legends. This is Heir of Fire Legacy Chaos, with generational trauma, mystery babies, and cosmic ancestry tests that scream, you are the mother, in gold foil calligraphy. If Lydia turns out to be part of Marla's line, I'm gonna need a resurrection candle, a therapist, and an emergency reread of Kingdom of Ash. Because the Queen of Terrasen never really leaves. And her flame, it's still burning. 10. The Asteri might have catfished the Fae as gods. This isn't just villainy. This is timeline manipulation on a god-tier level. One crossover theory suggests the Asteri didn't just hop up on Midgard, they've been world-hopping con artists for centuries. According to this theory, they posed as gods on other realms. Yes, realms. Tricking the Fae into fighting the Valg by pretending to be benevolent divine protectors. Come into our light, let us save you. And then... boom! Intergalactic enslavement! If it's true, then the Asteri have been running the longest con in the Maasverse, manipulating magic systems, rewriting histories, and gaslighting entire races into thinking they were safe. They've been gaslighting galaxies since before Aelin lit her first bonfire, Feyre picked up a paintbrush, or Bryce took her first rage nap. It means that Throne of Glass wasn't the beginning. It was already the middle of the Asteri's master plan. And it means that Bryce, Aelin, Feyre, and everyone else might be pawns in a multiverse-sized lie. Are the Asteri the real gods? Or just parasites with a good PR team? And what happens when the players figure out the game? Either way, the gods are fake, the stakes are real, and the timeline is fried. Those were our 10 favourite theories. But this is barely the prologue. The Maasverse is wide open. New courts, old gods, secret bloodlines, multiverse wars? And ACOTAR 6 is coming, ready to shatter realms, rewrite alliances, and probably melt our brains in Chapter 1. So tell us, what did we miss? What theory is keeping you up at night? Drop it all below. No theory is too unhinged, no chaos too cursed. Because at this point in the Maasverse, anything's possible. Mwah.